Alright, welcome to the new week. Today we're going to jump into the Bitcoin price action as well as touch on the S&P, some traditional finance stuff. First off though, let's not waste any time. Let's talk about where Bitcoin is at. So sitting at $63,600, still making those higher highs and higher lows, and now starting to push up right against these previous highs that we talked about. If we were to break, that would make the structural change and put shorts on the wrong side of the market. Now that being said, we do have a bit of a structural bearish edge going on in the market right now. We got a higher high on price, but we have a lower low on RSI. You can see here, got a bit of a bearish divergence here on the 4-hour time frame. We also have gotten back below the value area high, right? So we tried to get above that, rejected a previous range value area low, now back below the value area high. So we want to see this get reclaimed, but with how close we got to these highs and how not perfect these highs were, a lot of liquidity built up here, right? A lot of shorts got their stops up here. This is likely to get taken out, right? So we're probably going to keep sweeping the sweep and then, hunting on up higher, assuming we can hold these higher lows. So let's see if we can hold the structure on the shorter term time frame. As long as we can hold this, then we're going to be looking very, very good. And I do think we could be in honey badger mode for Bitcoin. And this could be a week where we just leave all the bears in the dust, leave everybody that's looking for lower prices in the dust. But we'll see what happens, right? Looking at the daily time frame here, definitely struggling at this volume level. So we need to see this get reclaimed. So far, this is a bit of a swing failure with a 4-hour bear div at a resistance level. You look over here at the order book and you do see a lot of big sellers, right? 700 Bitcoin, around 1,000 Bitcoin, just kind of staggered in here with some limits, some sell walls. You have some buyers down here, but this is spoofing price. You can clearly tell this is a spoof wall. It's not getting filled and it's getting removed very quickly as price comes down. So spoofing up into sell walls is more of a bearish thing to see in the order books. So we'll see how this does play out. If we do get a pullback, we kind of talked about the levels yesterday, but we have like a VWAP that's also confluenced with the 204-hour EMA sitting at around $60,000. I don't care too much for EMAs, but they do play out decently. I think if we can hold above this 50 here on the 4-hour, that's going to be showing extreme strength right now, because if we do pull some fibs, we're just not really getting back into them, right? We're showing extreme strength in the market, just holding above the 236. But that does signal, hey, we're overdue for a bit of a correction into these fibs. So don't be surprised if we do come back, hunt into them to tap just that 236, or maybe some of these points of control down here from the golden pocket to 382, somewhere in here, just somewhere in these fibs, we're overdue for a bit of a correction into. So this could signal, if we cannot get above this, that we are going to come down, make a bit of a correction down, sweep some lows before heading on up, maybe tap the top of that CME gap down here. We still have that CME gap, but I will say we have moved quite a far ways away from the CME gap, so chances of it getting filled are pretty slim unless we do make a lower low. So if we do fill the CME gap, good chance we could actually tap 47K, something like that. So I would say when it comes to something like that, like, are we going to get the pull back all the way down to there? It will depend on what traditional finance is doing. So let's go ahead and actually look at that real quick. So jumping over here to the S&P 500, you can see structurally looking very bullish here as well. Just continuous higher lows within here. Let's go to the futures chart. Let's go to the hourly time frame, and you can see still making these higher lows. So let's see if this can maintain. We got a bit of a flag going on right now. So, retail patterns, they are fun to look at. So we could continue to watch this triangle here on the chart, see if this does break out to the downside or upside. A lot of times you will get a fake out, something like that. Don't be surprised if we see that. Could also come all the way down to sweep these lows right on a liquidity basis. There's a lot of stuff behind here. So coming all the way down, sweep, get back above point of control, and then fire off into all-time high. So we'll see how this does play out, but if the bullish structure can hold, I have no reason to believe we can't just pop above this and go ahead and send on up back into all-time highs on the S&P 500. Overall, this is still very bullish. The fact we're able to just maintain momentum here at all-time highs. We'll just be careful though, because we do have some bear divs on the daily time frame as well as the weekly time frame. So there is the chance in the next 3 days this could turn red, and this could be a swing failure of these highs, and this could be that double top for the S&P 500 before you do enter into a bit of a recession, right? That is still on the cards. The Fed cut rates. They're cutting rates to stimulate the economy, so we got to be cautious in the markets. But I do think going into election season, the base case is going to play out, right? We're going to have a couple months of euphoria before any of that could happen. We look to Russell, and this is already back at support, so we're testing the point of control after rejection value area high now. We go to the hourly time frame. You can see nice pixel touch of this level and retest of previous resistance. So nice support resistance flip within here. Let's see if the Russell can hold the point of control, get above value area high. And then once you do this, this is going to signal a big altcoin season because this is your risk on assets in the stock market. So it will correlate with the risk on assets in crypto. But nothing's a guarantee on the weekly time frame. I definitely see the chance where this could roll over. So we definitely need to hold this. We don't want this to just roll over. Yes, we could come down to value area low, but we want to be holding this volume range like the previous bull market range within here. If we do lose this range, that's going to be looking a bit sketchy. So we'll just watch this. The levels are the levels, and right now we're above support right now. So I'd assume that can hold. We'll see what the S&P does though. And then lastly, coming back to crypto, something else I wanted to touch on that we'll probably get into more later on this week is that altcoin season potential, with this actually being the top. We talked about this a couple videos ago and how I think altcoin season is just around the corner, and it looks like we are starting to actually accept this range. So we need a bit more confirmation on that, but if we can close today below this and start actually accepting this and get a back test of those highs, I do think that's going to signal this was your top for Bitcoin dominance, and we're about to have some super euphoric times ahead of us, and we might have that altcoin season actually getting prepped here, as Bitcoin is also getting prepped to make the structural change into higher highs and going on to all-time highs. So real exciting times ahead of us here in crypto. Hopefully it can all play out. But if you do have any questions about anything I talked about, or just want to join the community for this channel, link to my Discord is in the description down below. Also have a VIP Discord. It is specifically for leveraged trading. It's not a signals group. It's just to kind of help you out with that if you are struggling. We do more one-on-one stuff. We're going to have a meeting tomorrow where you can talk to me about whatever. We're going over the charts, we're going over trades, as well as I'm trying to put together a bunch of content for you guys, but it is in an unfinished state. So 25% off right now. Check it out if you want, and then also check out if you want those exchanges down below. I'm partnered with all of them, and they all have their own perks and benefits and bonuses and rewards if you sign up using my referral links down below. So don't miss out on that. But with that being said, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.